So I do not know about you, but my experience from teaching ESL, things don't necessarily always go exactly how you plan it. And sometimes this problem is not because of the kids or yourself. Sometimes these problems come from other sources, and those are the sources that I'm actually going to be talking about for today in this video. I want to talk about some of the things that uh, some of the issues that arise from having another teacher present who is supposed to help you during your lesson, who may or may not pitch in as they are supposed to. So, uh, this whole discussion of this whole topic, this whole lesson, is from the perspective of a subject teacher. I'm not a main class teacher who sits in the class all the time and takes care of the kids or feed them and all of that. I go in to teach English and then I go out. So bear that in mind when I talk about all of these things, and I hope you're gonna get it very soon. So one of the problems that I was having before is, for example, especially in terms of class control, the class teacher, the Chinese teacher, is supposed to be the one who controls the kids because technically it's her class, and she's supposed to take care of the kids. She's supposed to make sure uh, they're paying attention. The first level or the first degree of attention is supposed to be set by the class teacher before the ESL teacher can actually build on that. Because I find that if the kids are disturbing, if the kids are unorganized, if the kids are doing whatever they want, it becomes more difficult for the ESL teacher to actually take over and do something concerning that. So, uh, in my years of teaching, these are some of the problems that I've come across, and this is some of the solutions that I came up with in order to deal with this problem. So first of all, one of the mindsets that after a while I actually set, because I realized that after a while there were certain times that, honestly speaking, I would be frustrated. I would be not necessarily angry, but I would be unhappy, not angry with the kids, obviously, and not angry with the teachers, but I'll be wondering because, look, it's your class. I mean, you're supposed to help out. So, what is going on here? If at the end of the day, if I'm not able to push through, if I'm not able to get done what I'm supposed to get done, technically, a bit of that is your fault. But I say it and nothing is changing. So it becomes frustrating because I want to teach, I want to play games with the kids, I want to have fun with the kids, I want them to learn English, and things are not going as they're supposed to. So sometimes I become frustrated. And these are some of the strategies I adapted 4 steps actually to deal with this particular issue. And the first thing I did was keep in mind that it's not my class and adjust my mind accordingly. Because at first I tried to do the class control myself, and I realized that, hey, especially at the time when I couldn't speak Chinese, it was really bad, and I literally could not control the kids. It was impossible. It was impossible. Even if you shout, sit down, or if you shout, keep quiet, that doesn't mean anything to the child. As far as the child was concerned, control was a Chinese thing. It sounded Chinese, not English. English was a fun thing, like English was a time and a period for them to have fun and all that. So when I did shout, when I did whatever, it did not get through to them. So the first thing I did was adjust my mind and set the tone for myself and know that, look, this is not my class. It's the class teacher's class. Control is her thing. It's not, first of all, my thing. If she does a good job setting the tone for class control, then I can build upon that. Then I can do something with that. Then with an interesting lesson, with some rewards and punishment and all that, I can take it from there. But when she doesn't set the tone, things become difficult. So I set up my mind to know that, hey, this is not your class. Let the class teacher know that it's her class. So the second thing is, it's not my class. So I don't do the class teacher's work. Let the class teacher do her work. It's not my role to control. It's her role to control. Let her do her work. So usually what happens is when I'm in the class and I'm trying to teach and some kids are running around or something isn't going well, some kids are chatting and they're shouting and all that, I just stop. And then I look at the kids. When it's not stopping, I look at the teacher. And when I look at the teacher and she realizes that I'm looking at her, and then I look back at the kid, and then she knows that, hey, it's your thing. You have to step in. The unfortunate thing is that sometimes some of the teachers think, hey, you're an ESL teacher. This is English. It's an English lesson. So this is kind of your thing, or uh, you're being paid to do this. I mean, I'm not getting the kind of money that you are. So, hey, it's your thing, which isn't supposed to be so, but this is the reality on the ground. This was the issue on the ground for me, and this is how I actually dealt with it. Hey, whether it doesn't matter salaries and whatever and whatnot, you're supposed to do this. If you're not doing it, I'm not doing it. Not because I don't want to. First of all, because I can't. Secondly, because it's I'm not supposed to do that. It's you. If I keep doing it, if I do it, you would have the mindset that I'm supposed to do it and you leave it for me all the time. So hey, come on. It's your job. So sometimes maybe in the beginning there'll be some friction between you and the teacher, or there might have to be stepping in by administration and all that. But if whenever I got this to be resolved and got them to understand that, look, I can't do this by myself. It's not that I don't want to. It's impossible. I cannot do it myself. So you have to help. If you want your classes English lesson to go well, you're gonna have to pitch in. So that was the second thing that I did. So number three was that I taught a lot of lessons. Right now, currently as I speak, I teach at least 10 lessons each and every day. Literally 10 lessons. I work from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sometimes it goes as late as 6:40 because some kids come late for VIP lessons. And within this whole period, the longest break I have is an hour and 30 minutes. And besides this break, it's not that I don't have preparation time in school. The whole time that I am in school, I constantly have a class. So I teach one class, 5 minutes. I have to take my other stuff, go teach another class. I teach 40 minutes. I teach 1 hour. I teach 25 minutes. Constantly, I'm teaching. So it's really tiring. It's not easy. It's really tiring. And when I'm teaching certain classes, some teachers every teacher expects you to do the best in their class, and that's literally impossible if you're a human being. I can't do a warm up and play games and do all that 10 lessons in a day. That's impossible. So one of the ideas I came up with was to rest while I teach. Rest while I teach. So, for example, when I'm playing the games, when I set up the games and the kids start off and they are into it, sometimes I lean back and I rest and I let them play the game. Also, sometimes during the warm up and the singing, when I set the tone and they are into it and they're happy and all that, then I take a step back. Sometimes in between teaching one word and the other, I try as much as possible and then I rest during that period. So maybe I might teach 10 minutes and then I'll rest 2 or 3 minutes. Might teach, 15 minutes and then I'll rest a couple of minutes. So because this was important, this was really important if I was going to be able to keep this going for each and every lesson. This is one of the things that I thought about. I don't know how many lessons you teach, but if you teach as many as I do, this will be useful to you. The last one. And this is very important again because I teach so many lessons. So I subdivided my time and made it appropriate for energy consumption. I appropriated it very well so that I could conserve energy and also, use a lot of energy where necessary. So, for example, during warm up, when I'm teaching warm up, I'll use a lot of energy. And then when I'm doing the presentation of words, I relax and don't use so much energy. When I'm playing games, I would push a little more. And after that, during the review, I let the children just snowball and then do the review, like that. So this was really important because it helped me save a lot of energy, and also because I thought we currently have 9 bilingual classes in my school. When I got here, there were 12 kids in the bilingual class, and now we have 9 bilingual classes, which is totaling over 150 kids. So in just 2 years. So a lot of classes, as I said, and I have to really appropriate my energy very well if I'm going to be able to do this not just one day, but throughout the whole week. So, what I'll usually do is for every 5 lessons that every bilingual class has during the week, each day they have a lesson. On a Monday, so for the 5 lessons, I'll give each and every class 2 high energy level lessons. And in those lessons, I'm standing throughout and teaching a really high tempo, high energy level lesson. I'll give each and every class 2 medium level energy lessons. And in those lessons, I will stand for a while, I will sit for a while. And one low, really low energy level lesson. In that lesson, I'm sitting throughout because usually by the time I get to that lesson, I am that bit tired and I need a lot of energy. I need to rest from in order to recoup my energy and all that. So that's what I usually do. So within that five day period, this is how I appropriate my energy level for all the class within the whole week in order that I don't burn out, because this was really important. I don't know how many lessons you teach. I don't know what issues you have during your classes. I'm sure it's different everywhere, and I'm sure you do things a little differently. If you also do have any other suggestions or some things that you feel I could do that, or I could have done that could have helped me during my lessons with the teachers and all of that, you can leave them down in the comments down below. I would really appreciate that. I'll take a look at them. Thank you very much for watching this one. I hope this was helpful to you. And as always, if it was helpful to you, do hit that notification button so that if I post other videos, you get it. And do subscribe and hit that like button because it does really help me with this channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Love and peace.